Hi everyone, I am here in the seminar hall to make some videos on Klinefelter syndrome. In this paper, so far in this paper, genetics and gene regulation for biochemistry students and molecular genetics for molecular biology students. So far we have covered genome organization in prokaryotes, genome organization in eukaryotes, then genome complexity, Card curve, and also we cover most of the aspects on chromosomal abnormalities. In that we covered numerical abnormalities, structural abnormalities, and also we discussed two syndromes caused by chromosomal abnormalities. So here in numerical abnormalities we studied autosomal aneuploidy. Aneuploidy, you know that it's abnormal number of chromosome. That is autosomal aneuploidy. Autosomal aneuploidy means there is involvement of autosomes, right? Abnormal number of autosomes. So in this, we studied Down syndrome, which is a trisomy 21. Why is called trisomy 21? Because there is one extra 21st chromosome. So that's why it's called trisomy 21. Another type that includes sex chromosome aneuploidy. In this category, there will be abnormal number of sex chromosomes, either X chromosome or Y chromosome. In this, we have studied already Turner syndrome. Turner syndrome, which is a monosomy. Why it is called monosomy? Because there is a missing of one X chromosome. Missing of one X chromosome. That is 45X0. One X chromosome is missing. Klinefelter syndrome, on the other hand, it's also called trisomy because there will be one extra X chromosome. So that's why we can also mention 47XXY. If you see here, autosomal aneuploidy, Down syndrome is general, either female or male. Both female and male can be affected. In the case of Turner syndrome, one X chromosome is missing, so that's why only female is affected. On the other hand, Klinefelter syndrome, there is one extra X chromosome, right? So only males are affected. That means Down syndrome can affect both female and male. That involves autosomal aneuploidy. Turner syndrome that can affect only females because of missing one X chromosome. Klinefelter syndrome, that is also called trisomy. There is one extra X chromosome that affects only male. So coming into the Klinefelter syndrome, Klinefelter syndrome can also be represented as 47XXY, one extra X chromosome. So first observed by Harry Klinefelter in 1942, who was an endocrinologist and rheumatologist. Klinefelter syndrome is caused by the presence of two X and one Y chromosome, that is 47XXY. Instead of 46 chromosome, Klinefelter syndrome affected people, they will have 47 chromosome, one extra X chromosome. It occurs in approximately 1 in 500 live births. Klinefelter syndrome occurs approximately in 1 in every 500 live male birth. Okay, that is important, only in live male birth. Boys born with Klinefelter syndrome will have minor developmental disabilities, including delayed in language development and learning to read and write. Generally, Klinefelter syndrome began to clear at puberty Why it's going to be clear at the beginning of puberty? Because in Klinefelter syndrome there will be inability to produce enough testosterone. So testosterone is important for what is that? To attain puberty. Here in this syndrome there will be less production of testosterone. That's why it began to clear at puberty, right? The common physical features of Klinefelter syndrome including tall stature. As I mentioned, there is minimal developmental disabilities in Klinefelter syndrome. The physical features mainly include tall stature, rounded body shape. Generally, we love like muscular body shape, but in Klinefelter syndrome, the body shape is round. And mainly underdeveloped sexual organs, including testes, and secondary sexual characteristics, right? So Klinefelter syndrome, the persons those are affected by Klinefelter syndrome are infertile. They are infertile because of the lower or very less production of testosterone. These individuals, they are susceptible for breast cancer, autoimmune disease like SLE, systemic lupus erythematosus, as well as osteoporosis. Right? Here in Klinefelter syndrome, because of very low production of testosterone, or there is no production of testosterone at all, right? So these individuals who are affected with Klinefelter syndrome are susceptible for breast cancer, autoimmune disease such as systemic lupus erythematosus and osteoporosis. So as I mentioned, in Down syndrome as well as Turner syndrome, Klinefelter syndrome causes due to random events during either spermatogenesis or oogenesis. It's just a random event during spermatogenesis or oogenesis. If these random events occurs either during spermatogenesis or oogenesis, any of the affected either sperm or egg unite to form zygote. That leads to trisomy. That means trisomy means whole body, the cells, entire cells are affected in the body. Sometimes these random events can also occur after conception. After zygote formation, then that embryo start dividing. During that stage, these random events occurs. If that random event occurs after conception, then that condition is called mosaic Klinefelter syndrome. In that, some cells are normal and some cells are with 47XXY. That we will see later. So we already discussed typical spermatogenesis, how the spermatogenesis occurs typically. To refresh, I am going to explain one more time. So here in the typical spermatogenesis, you see spermatogonium. Spermatogonium is a diploid cell, right? This spermatogonium is a diploid cell. It undergoes replication. So once this spermatogonium undergoes replication, there will be what is that? Formation of sister chromatids. Sister chromatids there, 46 sister chromatids. If double is DNA content, that is primary spermatocyte. After replication, this primary primary spermatocyte undergoes meiosis. Meiosis 1, and then this primary spermatocyte becomes two secondary spermatocyte. with 46 chromosomes diploid egg, right? So then this secondary spermatocyte undergo another round of meiosis, that is meiosis 2, and finally forms 4 spermatids. These spermatids undergo a lot of modifications and then finally become sperm cells. I discussed in the class that from spermatogonium to sperm cells approximately it takes 3 months, right? It's a long process. Okay, so this normal spermatogenesis. So one spermatogonium that results in the formation of 4 spermatids, finally 4 sperm cells, right? So in that 2 sperms with X chromosome and 2 sperms with Y chromosome, right? So coming to typical oogenesis. In typical oogenesis, again oogonium, which is a diploid cell with 46 chromosomes, right? 46 chromosomes with 2 X chromosomes. In the case of spermatogonium, 46 chromosome with 1 X and 1 Y chromosome, right? So in the case of oogonium, 2 X chromosomes. Upon replication, that 46 sister chromatids are formed. We already discussed what is that sister chromatids, right? So once it is replicated, that becomes primary oocyte, right? This primary oocyte undergoes meiosis 1. In first cycle of meiosis, one cell will be small, another cell will be relatively large. We also talked about this, why one cell is small, another cell is relatively larger. Again, this small oocyte undergoes second cycle of meiosis, that is meiosis 2, right? So then this small oocyte that is divided into 2 cells, right, with 23 chromosomes, right? 23 chromosomes that are called polar bodies. Here the relatively larger cell, again it undergoes meiosis, second round of meiotic division. In that, one cell again is smaller compared to this one. The smaller cell, again there is polar bodies, that also polar body. Finally one egg or ovum is produced from one oogonium. So every month there will be production of one egg or one ovum from one oogonium, right? So what happens during fertilization? So here sperm cells are normal, egg is normal. So when there is a fertilization of what is it, normal sperm, between normal sperm and normal egg. So here sperm cell, normal fertilization, how it happens? Sperm cell that's having 23 chromosome, that is having X chromosome, right? And then egg 23 chromosome with X chromosome. So when there is fertilization of these two, sperm cell and egg cell unite, that forms zygote with 46 XX. So if sperm cell with X chromosome unites with egg, that gives female baby, female embryo. On the other hand, sperm cell with Y chromosome combined with egg, that gives a zygote with 46 chromosome of XY allosomes, XY allosomes. So this, what is it, lead to male birth, right? So this is normal fertilization. So what happens during Klinefelter? So these typical, whatever I explained, spermatogenesis or oogenesis, those are typical spermatogenesis and typical oogenesis. As I mentioned, so these, what is that? numerical abnormalities or sex chromosome aneuploidy, so that will be caused because of random events during spermatogenesis and oogenesis. In the case of atypical or non-disjunction cell division, non-disjunction cell division means we already discussed that also, right? In atypical spermatogenesis, I am starting from secondary spermatocyte, right? I am not going here. So I am taking secondary spermatocyte. That means first meiotic division is normal. In the second meiotic division, if there is a non-disjunction cell division, what happens? Instead of two spermatids with 23 chromosomes, one with X and one with Y, here what happens? One spermatid will have only 22 chromosomes, that is lacking allosome, right? Another spermatid with 24 chromosomes having both X and Y chromosomes, right? So that is atypical or because of non-disjunction cell division. In the case of atypical oogenesis, again I am considering secondary oocyte here, right? The first meiotic cell division is normal. If non-disjunction cell division occurs during meiotic cell division 2, this secondary oocyte gives a polar body with 22 chromosomes. Instead of 23 chromosomes, it will have 22 chromosomes with no X chromosome, right? X chromosome is missing in its polar body. However, egg or ovum will have 24 chromosomes with 2 XX chromosomes, right? Typically, this polar body should be having 23 chromosomes with 1 X chromosome. This egg or ovum should have 23 chromosomes with 1 X chromosome. However, in atypical oogenesis, polar body is lacking 1 X chromosome, but egg has 1 extra X chromosome. So during normal fertilization, zygote will have 46 chromosomes, either with XX, that is a female embryo, or 46 chromosomes with XY, that is male embryo. In the case of Klinefelter, if any of these affected, either sperm or egg, involved in fertilization, that leads to Klinefelter. Take an example of sperm cell having 24 chromosomes here, 24 chromosomes. Right? XY, 24 XY. Instead of either X or Y, this sperm cell is having both XY chromosomes. Total, instead of 23, it has 24 chromosomes. But egg is not with 23 chromosomes having 1 X chromosome. Right? So what happens? Here, 24 plus 23, that becomes 47. Right? Overall, instead of 46, here, instead of 46 chromosome, here it has 47 chromosome with XXY. 1 X chromosome is extra. So that's why it's called trisomy. If sperm cell is normal, this normal sperm cell unites with abnormal egg cell that is having 24 chromosomes XX. So what happens again? That 47 chromosome with 1 extra X chromosome. Here in the normal fertilization process, normal sperm and normal egg unite and forms zygote. This zygote undergo mitosis, right? Mitosis and developed. In each cells will have normal chromosome number, that is 46, either XX, 46, XY. If it is female embryo, all cells will have 46 XX. If it is male embryo, they will have 46 XY. In the case of Klinefelter, these zygotes, Klinefelter zygotes, Upon mitosis, right? Upon mitosis, they will have 47 XXY, one extra chromosome in all cells, right? So that is trisomy. Why trisomy? Because one extra chromosome, right? So these events, like either abnormal sperm or abnormal egg, unites and forms zygote. That condition leads to trisomy. That's 47 XXY. Another form of Klinefelter syndrome, that is mosaic syndrome. In this mosaic Klinefelter syndrome, some cells are normal, some cells are abnormal. You consider here this normal sperm and this normal egg unite and forms a zygote with 46XY. Right? This is a zygote with 46XY. This zygote was formed by what is that? normal sperm and normal what is that? Egg, right? This zygote undergoes mitosis, that gives one cell becomes two cells in mitosis, but both the cells will have 46 chromosomes, right? 46 chromosomes with one X, one Y, right? If further mitotic division, if there is any non-disjunction cell division occurs, so here non-disjunction cell division occurs in this cell, what happens? One cell will have 45 chromosomes, that is XO. It's missing one Y chromosome, right? Instead of 46 chromosomes, it will have 45 chromosomes. Another cell will have 47 chromosomes with one extra X chromosome, right? On the other hand, this cell may undergo normal mitotic cell division with 46XY in both the cells. The cell with 45XO cannot survive here. The cell with 47XXY, that extra chromosome, again undergoes mitotic division, that gives cells with 47 chromosomes. So here these cells are normal. These with Klinefelter, one extra chromosome. So that's why some of the cells are normal in mosaic case of Klinefelter syndrome, and some cells are normal. It's kind of mixed, right? So here the what is this condition, mosaic condition, some cells are normal, some cells are abnormal. So the severity will be kind of intermediate, right? So how you are going to manage or treat Klinefelter syndrome? There is no treatment actually, but you can manage, generally management. These boys who are affected with Klinefelter syndrome are referred to endocrinologists. Endocrinologists at the start of puberty to give testosterone therapy. Testosterone therapy that can, what is that? Induce some of the secondary sexual characteristics like facial hair and testis size can also be increased. However, this testosterone therapy cannot treat infertility. So this testosterone therapy is also important to avoid breast cancer, to avoid osteoporosis and autoimmune disorder. However, it cannot treat with invertebrate. Right? So this completes Klinefelter syndrome. So remaining will be structural abnormalities and human disease. In this, so I'll talk about Dijk's syndrome. Like it may take like 5-10 minutes. So what is that Dijk's syndrome? So after that, we can enter into the eukaryotic gene expression regulation. Okay? Thank you.